Hey, hello guys. I guess this will be my fifth lecture on Java programming language. So, in this, I'm going to discuss few things about how Java program is written. So, what are the requirements for writing a simple Java program, or say for any Java program? You need to install the JDK. If you haven't installed it, you need to install it. Then you have to set the path of JDK slash bin directory. Then you have to create the Java program, compile and run the Java program. So, okay. So, how is the compilation flow for Java? When we compile Java program using javac tool, so javac is a command to execute to compile Java. Say for you have saved a file. Okay, so how does the compilation flow for Java work? So when we compile Java program using javac tool, so Java program will first Java compiler will first convert the source code, that is the Java program, into bytecode. So now we are going to discuss about like what are the few parameters to be used while writing a Java program. So for example, if we write a Java program uh, uh, like simple.java, so for that, what all parameters needs to be used? So we will be using terms like class, public, static, void, main, string, then system.out.println. So you needn't get scared by listening about these terms. I will be explaining you the terms or the functions or the class or whatever is used in Java. First is the class keyword. So why is class keyword used? So it is used to declare a class in Java. So we need to declare. So what is class actually? Class is like a blueprint. Like, so using that blueprints, using that particular structure of the class, we will be creating new objects and we will be feeding values to it. Okay. Then public keyword. So public keyword, you can say it is an access modifier. We will be discussing it in detail later. So which represents visibility. So there are like some access modifiers like public, private and protected. So if you use the keyword public, then you can access it from everywhere. But if you use private, then you can only access that particular class uh, variables, member variables, using the member functions of the particular class. Static. Now static is also a keyword. So uh, so so whenever a method is declared as static, so it is known as a static method. So what is the core advantage of static method? The core advantage of static method is that, so we needn't create an object to invoke the static method. Okay. The main method is executed by JVM, so it doesn't require to create an object to invoke the main method. So it saves memory. Void. So void is the return type of the method. It means it doesn't return any value. Main, it is the start. It represents the start of the program. Then string, square brackets, left one and right one args is used for command line argument. So we will be learning about strings later. What is this command line argument, and what is this string args, we will be learning later. System.out.println is used to print statement. So what is system.out.println, which is used to print the statement? System, here it is system.out.println, then closing and opening brackets. So here system is a class and out is the object of print stream class. You need to listen it carefully. So system is a class here from system.out.println. System is a class and out is the object of print stream class. And print line, closing and opening brackets, is the method of print stream class. Okay, so out is a object of print stream class and print line is a method of the print stream class. Okay, so as we go ahead, we will be learning how a object calls its functions or its methods. And further, so there are how many ways can we start a Java program? Okay, so by changing the sequence of the modifiers, method prototype is not changed in Java. Okay, so is simple. So we start a Java program by using main method. So main method will have static public void main, static space public space void space main, bracket start, string, args, square bracket start and close, then bracket close. The subscript notation in Java array can be used after type, before the variable, or after the variable. So there are three ways in which we can write the main method statement. One is public space static space void space main, bracket start string, then angular bracket start and close space args, then bracket close. Another way of writing it is public space static space void space main, then bracket start string space square bracket open and close, and then write args, then bracket close. Further, another way you can write it with the square bracket after args. So basically you can place the square brackets just after string, or you can place it before the variable, or you can place it after the variable. Okay. So further, so further you can provide var args, variable args. What is args? Args is a variable name. So to support to the main method by using three ellipses. So like you can also write it in this way: public space static space void space main, bracket start string, S capital TRING string, then three dots space args. This is also a way in which writing main method, and it is also correct. Having a semicolon at the end of class is optional in Java. So like you must be remembering from C++ that we used to place a semicolon at the end of a particular structure or a particular class. So that is optional here. So what are the valid Java main method signatures? So what are the valid ways of writing the string program name? So as we discussed before, we can place the square brackets just after string, or you can place it before args, or you can place it after args, or you can put three dots just after string. Okay, so these are the first four we discussed just now. Other ways are static space public space void space main, then bracket open string, then square bracket open square bracket close space arc bracket close. Then is another way of writing is public space static space final space void space main, then bracket start string square bracket start square bracket close space arcs then bracket close. We can also write it as final strict FP. You needn't get scared by listening all these terms. We will be explaining you everything slowly. uh, the another way of writing is final space strict FP space public space static space void space main bracket start string square bracket open square bracket close space arcs bracket close. Okay, so there are some invalid ways as well, like if you write public void main string bracket square bracket close arcs, so that this is the wrong way. Then further static space void space main, then bracket start string, and then angular bracket start angular bracket close space arcs square bracket sorry, it is static space void space main bracket start string square bracket start square bracket end space arcs bracket close. Another way is public space void space static space main, then bracket starts string square bracket start square bracket end arcs. Abstract public static void main bracket start to, string 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 square bracket start square bracket end space arcs then bracket end. So sometimes, so these are few invalid declarations and some valid declarations. Sometimes we might get an error, say Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command. So how to resolve it? If this kind of problem appears, so you need to set the path. Since uh, you need to set the path properly, then only this kind of Java C errors will not occur. Okay, so thank you for listening to this video. We will be discussing just a minute. We will be discussing further how a Java program works, how it is compiled, and all how the internal processing works, how what happens at runtime, and uh, and how to name a Java file, etc. We will be discussing all this in our next lecture.